What's up, guys? It's Branden Flash. Today we're charging up at EVgo, and we're actually headed from Charlotte, North Carolina, where we are now. We're headed all the way up to Blowing Rock, North Carolina, which has the first Rivian Adventure Network site that's open east of the Mississippi, to my knowledge, or actually east of Colorado, which is pretty sweet. So we're heading up there, gonna check it out, maybe spend the night up in Boone, which is a town near there. But we're charging up. I'm recording the charge session for a different video, so definitely, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. But let's finish up, hit the road. Well, we just finished charging here. We charged up to 70%, and being a Rivian, it did the little thing that it decided to go to 72% after it sat for a moment here. So we're headed all the way up here near Banner Elk, Boone, all that fun stuff. We're down here in Charlotte, and it's about an hour and 35 minutes or so. That should be where the charger is, but I'm not 100% sure. You can see this is kind of the start of the Blue Ridge Parkway that heads through the mountains up into Virginia, kind of all along here. And Rivian's actually deploying quite a few chargers along here, so they might be holding officially opening this site until they have more. Let's just go here, close out of that network Rivian, because it wasn't showing on here. I don't know if Rivian updates their nav database with updates or how they're doing that, but here you can see these are all slow Rivian chargers, so the destination type charger is 11 kilowatts or so, but the fast charger is not yet showing up here, so that's totally fine. But you can see the nearest Rivian fast charger is actually Colorado, which is in Salida right here. And I've actually been there, but I wasn't there in my Rivian. I was there in a rental Kia EV6, so could only use the slow destination chargers there. But we're heading up north. There we go. Reset my trip. I just reset the truck. That's why it's being a little weird opening apps. And we're on software, let's see here, hoping to get the update today or tomorrow, but we're on .47. Should be getting the 2023 update that fixes the charging cooling, apparently. So really want to get that and see how it handles it, because pack gets a bit toasty, and that's after it's cooled down a bit here. So let's hit the road and get up there. Probably get some dinner up there and maybe spend the night. Well, there was a Circle K on the way with a car wash, so decided to get a car wash quick on the way. Well, truck is fairly clean now. Didn't bother wiping it off too well because it's just gonna get dirty again, but at least it's cleaner, which is an improvement. So let's get back on the road. Wow, that's annoying. But right off the exit here. Well, we've made it to Blowing Rock, North Carolina, to the Rivian Adventure Network site. It appears to be about half functioning, and I'm going to give them some slack because this site is not officially open. It's not on any navigation systems on the Rivian. It's not on their website, nothing like that. So I'm here before it's actually open, so I'm not going to give them a hard time at all for these not being fully functional yet. I did have backup options for being able to charge in case this wasn't functioning at all, because that was very much a possibility. I set my navigation to precondition to a different charger, so that way the battery would be nice and cool. And why don't we do this here and plug in? We're gonna grab the handle here. This one appears to be functioning. The light is not actually a rainbow in real life, it's just white. fairly stiff cables. I don't really know why Rivian went with these cables in particular, but let's see if we get charging. Hopefully we do. Just a moment. Contactors clicking. And then this is changing from white to green, I believe it goes to, or maybe blue, something like that. See what happens. So it says just a moment. And we'll see the light bar go green. And we've got green here. So we're charging at 10 kilowatt. Let's see in the truck. Also got the cameras going, so gotta have that. Let's put this into show and tell mode. Vehicle service. Show and tell, turn on. And we'll go to energy there. And we're getting the power. 124 kilowatts. 150. Let's see what we get. We should get 200-ish if everything's working. But looks like battery cooled down very slightly, 24.5 degrees Celsius. So it's probably not going to fully rip until it's at 25 would be my guess. So let's give it a minute here. So we're only getting 400 amps right now. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I have a whole charging evaluation video coming. But we're going to let that charge for a minute. Let's check out the install here. It looks like we're up to 25C now as minimum cell temp. Still 164. Totally acceptable, 165. So let's just give it a moment here. Check out how things are set up. We have 6 dispensers, 5 right here. And then we have one over here that's actually a trailer spot. So really cool to see that. Interestingly, it looks like this was a trailer spot kind of already. Not really entirely sure. We have the one dispenser here, vehicle charging only. I have seen that Rivian sometimes will put a like trailer preferred, something like that, on the trailer's position. So I'm surprised to not see that on the sign here. Over here we have the cabinets. So if you haven't already, definitely check out the video I made with the Charlotte site showing kind of the general site configuration of Rivian sites. These cabinets are pretty darn large. Let's see, where are the data labels on these? So we're charging on this one because I hear it going. So here's the cabinet. And there's the specs. So 448 amps, output is 750 amps continuous. And each one of these will serve 3 vehicles. Here we have, let's see what size this is, 1200 amp cabinet. And transformer seems to be over here, but that looks pretty small. Let's see what size this is. But you can see, it looks like there was a truck here pretty recently to come back here and hook this all up. So here we have a 500 kVA transformer. This thing is tiny, wow. Pretty darn small 500 kVA transformer, and here's the whole site. Well, we charged up to 70%. Love that it's free right now. Obviously that's not sustainable, but that will change eventually. I think they actually said April or something like that. They're planning to start billing for charging. And interestingly enough, the charging did not throttle at all. We have conditioning running now, which is really weird. But the pack got decently warm, but only towards the end, and didn't seem to derate at all. I don't really understand the logic sometimes on this truck. Hopefully it's fixed in the next update though. Just setting my navigation there. We'll see if it kicks on conditioning. It's not showing the message, but the battery is cooling now. So really not 100% sure what it's doing. Just unplugged and it actually shows you your max speed, which is pretty cool, like that. So we're going to a place called Coyote Kitchen for dinner. Sounds pretty good. They have a lot of vegetarian options. Curious to see how it is. Battery's cooled down a fair bit. We're at 69%. Well, I ended up spending the night at my friend's place here, the Lovell House Inn, which is a completely self-powered, very sustainable bed and breakfast. They actually have 6 Tesla Powerwalls. I'll try and put in a photo here. About 30 kilowatts of solar, multiple houses, fully restored, about 100 years old, and you can see the old barn behind us here. Got a full tour and everything, very cool place. Now we're gonna hit the Blue Ridge Parkway and then eventually head back to Charlotte. But it is Super Bowl day, so we'll see how long I stay out.
It's easy to remember where I started. Doors that opened up, a place I long to find. My fear and money disregarded for another time. No, I didn't know it hit me out of nowhere. No, I didn't know it, but I had to go there. Take me back to the place I'm missing. Oh, I wanna catch a fever in the underground. No amount of nothing that can replace. I remember dreaming, rolling up just to get away.
We found snow.
I'm screaming now or never. To people I don't know. Yesterday is far enough away to see the difference. No, I didn't know it was coming out of nowhere. No, I didn't know it, but I had to go there. Take me back to the place I'm missing. Oh, I wanna catch a fever in the underground. No amount of nothing that can replace. I remember dreaming, rolling up just to get away. Just to get away. Just to get away. Take me back to the place I'm missing. Oh, I wanna catch a fever in the underground. No amount of nothing that can replace. I remember dreaming, rolling up just to get away. Take me back to the place I'm missing. Oh, I wanna catch a fever in the underground. No amount of nothing that can replace. I remember dreaming, rolling up just to get away. Just to get away. Yesterday's far enough away to take me back to the place I'm missing.
we're back at the Rivian Adventure Network site, charging again, about 170 kilowatts because we have a cold battery, but I'm driving around the Blue Ridge Parkway, very beautiful. Charging up before heading back to Charlotte. So you just experienced the Rivian for the first time.
Yes.
You're a Rivian fan.
Yes. Oh,
what are your
yes.
thoughts? We drove it for like hour and a half, and you even got to plug it in.
I did get to plug it in, which was amazing. This is probably one of the best vehicles I've ever been in. Not just saying that because of hype, but honest to God, the build quality is terrific.
And we put it through its paces.
Yeah, we went down Holloway Mountain Road, which is a
Sketch.
mountain road.
Yeah.
All gravel, back in the middle of nowhere, filled with potholes.
Yeah, and
You did a little bit of rock climbing, or rock bouldering.
Off-roading.
Off-roading, yeah.
I mean, it did say end of paved road.
Yes, it did. It
Yep.
did. But wonderful. I've been dying to ride in a Rivian for so long, and now I've finally been able to, and I feel like I can rest peacefully now.
That's good. Well, it's now 5:30 on Sunday evening. It's time to head back to Charlotte. Let me show you guys the route here. Hopefully this video wasn't too much of a disjointed mess. Very much went with the flow on this trip. Had some fun. We went out in Boone last night. But let me show you the route back home. So we're here in Boone, North Carolina, kind of on the west end of town. And go to home. Should be 2-ish hours, yeah, 2 hour 10 minutes. We're at 67% right now, and let's take a look at our trip once we get that set. So it looks like it should be a pretty easy trip. It is snowing out, actually. Got some sticking snow on the hood. And let's take a look at our trip. We did drive around in Boone quite a bit, had some fun. So I'm gonna reset that. And why don't we hit the road? I was driving by a Taco Bell and it sounded good, so here we are getting Taco Bell drive-through. We're about 5 minutes from home. I did set the fast charger near my apartment as a destination to see what it cooled to, and it seems to be targeting 25°C max pack temp as far as I can tell, because it's still cooling even though it went below 25°C on the minimum pack temp. So interesting. Really need to look at all the data, and definitely, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because I have a full deep dive video coming on all that information that I'm showing there. Here's some efficiency so far: 2 miles per kilowatt hour roughly, about 100 miles, and we'll be home in just a bit. I'll get to enjoy my Taco Bell. Well, folks, we made it here, back to Charlotte. Gonna clean up my car a little bit. I've got some trash, got my Taco Bell, don't want to get cold. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see you on the next one. And if you're still here, here's some stats from this trip. Just right about 2 miles per kilowatt hour. We did go down about 3,000 feet in elevation. And there's our lifetime. So it's actually gone down 0.01. It was at 1.96, I believe, when we started. We're getting close to 16,000 miles on the odometer.